bringing you entertainment from around the globe that truly inspires. This is Set Free 13, where inspiration lives. Set Free is a bi-monthly program that comes your way, hosted by Franky, dropping insight on love and life and so much more. And also bringing you news, interviews, and more content that inspires the soul. It's Roshell. Also, stay tuned with us as we bring you an exclusive interview with one hot band by the name of Sidewalk Prophets. Fasten your seatbelts as we take you on a ride that truly inspires with Set Free 13.
The Set Free 13, where inspiration lives. My name's Franky, and I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to hang out with us here on Set Free 13. Now, if you've never heard of this program, we're a bi-monthly program that airs every first and third Saturday night, bringing you an inspirational vibe. Now, what do I mean by an inspirational vibe? We showcase people, music, books, films, and so much more that inspire. So as you're sitting back, get ready because we've got an amazing lineup for you tonight. Tonight, we've got Dave of the Sidewalk Prophets, an inspirational rock group, coming out to talk to us about what they've got going on with their latest projects, also how they're on tour, and so many other good things happening with them. Not only that, but we're going to take you inside a couple of live events here in Central California as we focus in on the Trayvon Martin rally that took place in Southwest Fresno, gathering the community and many young men and women together to focus on this hot topic that's hitting the entire U.S. by a storm. And then, getting a little artistic vibe in the show, we've got the gathering of the artists that took place in Central Fresno as well. So we've got an amazing show lined up for you, like I said before. But what I'm going to do right now is send you over to that gathering of the arts because Roshell is over there ready to report live. Hey lady, go ahead and take it away.
Welcome to Set Free 13, where inspiration lives. I am your host, Roshell, and tonight we're going to take you live to the gathering of the artists right here in Fresno, California, where it showcased some of Fresno's finest artists. They have tons of things they want to show you right here, right now. So come on and come join me.
What I'm trying to do is give an opportunity for artists to showcase their artwork. They normally don't get an opportunity to do that. And Fresno Supermall is graceful enough to give us an opportunity to do that. So they gave us all the space that we needed, and this is what I'm put together. Hopefully next year, if this works out well, we'll be making it even larger than it is today. We've got artists coming in from Visalia, Modesto, Farmersville, so pretty much the Central Valley, Huron. And these artists normally probably wouldn't get a chance to showcase their work, so I wanted to give them that opportunity, and seems to be working out pretty well. Well, we had a DJ for the most of the day. He'll be here until 6 o'clock today. DJ in the mix. Also, primarily to give people in Fresno the opportunity to check out the Fresno Supermall. They've been here probably 2 years, going on 3 years now, so we kind of want to generate the flow of traffic in here, let people know that we're here. I get people come here all the time and say, I didn't even know you were here. So yes, I've been here for a couple of years. So that's primarily what we're trying to do. You know, let people get the word out that we're here.
Welcome to Set Free 13, where inspiration lives. My name is Alex Marie, and we're broadcasting live from the Trayvon Martin rally. We're going to go inside and talk about some of the organizers and people just like this.
Good evening, folks. My name is Jaleel White, and we're here for the Trayvon Martin rally. I'm sure everybody is aware of the situation surrounding the murder of Trayvon Martin. So this is a community collaboration with students from Fresno State and a bunch of concerned students who have gathered together to bond together to highlight what is going on in the country when it comes to African Americans and our lives. And so out of this movement, this rally, we would like young people to start to focus on their worth, their self self-worth and the possibilities that each and every one of us holds, and to enlighten our community about the things that are going on legislatively, within the community that could affect each and every one of us. And so this rally is to honor his passing, to mourn a tragedy, but it's also partly to inform one another so that we can stand on solid ground with information and equip ourselves to become better leaders in our community.
Hi, my name is Kimaje Pohl, and here on Set Free, we know that many of those in the community we encounter rely on music as a major pick-me-up to get them through the day. That is when we step in to review projects out there that inspire. Now, whether you are looking to get up and move or take a little time to chill, we are dedicating this section to amazing musicians. Now, for many lovers of music with a soothing sound, the project on our spotlight is from jazz artist Chris Bodie in his latest project called Impressions. This trumpeter has an amazing skill to communicate through his music and draw you in with the Impressions project. The romantic feel takes on the sounds of other major music artists such as Frederick Chopin and George Gershwin, to name a few. This set has its moment of classical opera, Latin, and traditional jazz, tango, pop, and even a show tune. For more information on this project and Chris Bodie, you can see the artist's website on the screen. Now, keeping with a smooth flow and a smooth feel, I will get you inspired. I will send you over for some fitness inspiration with Anissa Lorraine. Take it away, Anissa.
Hello, my name is Anissa Lorraine, and I am here to talk a little health and wellness with you. When it comes to leading an exciting and motivated life, there is nothing like staying healthy and fit to help you achieve your goals. With that said, I want to talk to you about a few key tips to stay healthy, not only with yourself, but with their family too. Now, if you're living in an apartment or have access to a building that has stairs, this is one way to get fit, by using the stairs to go up and down, or just using one of the stairs to walk up and down many times. Another tip for parents and kids is, instead of driving to school, take time out of your day to walk to school. My final tip for those of you that ride the bus is, when you're taking a trip, get off one stop early from your destination to get in a quick walk. That is all for me, and I hope you enjoy this piece on health and wellness.
Welcome back to Set Free 13, where inspiration lives. Hanging out at the Gathering of the Artists in Central Fresno. We're showcasing beautiful paintings, drawings, and more. And we're hanging out with people who want to talk to you about what they do. Here we go. Take a look.
My name is Richard Arenas, and I'm a three-dimensional designer. And my master's is in sculpting, and that's bronze casting and steel fabrication. And I was invited here to do this, help with this show with Rick, and promote the arts here in Fresno. And as an artist, I think that's really important that we support all kinds of events. At Fresno State, I was inspired, or we were taught, first of all, I was taught what they call modern or contemporary art. And after I graduated with a master's, then I kind of went in different directions. I went into more cultural events, dealing with Mexican themes, the Aztec and Mayan Olmec type themes. And they're always influenced the type of design that I do. And so what I do now is I do a lot of shows and in Los Angeles, San Francisco area, here locally in the Valley, and Las Vegas. The work is, it's always moving forward. I always have ideas. I do a lot of drawing. That's important. And you have to think a lot and read a lot so that you know where you're going with your art and what you want to say with your art. This is really important to me.
Well, I started doing artwork since I was a little kid back in Mexico, in my town. And when I came to the United States, I got inspired by the lowrider art magazines. So I started doing drawings and everything in middle school, high school. So since I got out of high school, I stopped. I did no more art because I dedicated my time to working. So I came back in 2009, 2010, 11, 12. And that's what I do. I keep doing art with pastels and acrylic, different type of stuff. I put I get inspired about what's going on in the world right now. Like, for example, wars or about the thing of 2012, the stuff they're saying about 2012, and that's what I get inspired. I have a different style. They like the colors and what I do. Like, for example, I have a and our piece is called The Seven Angels. And Quetzalcoatl, that's a Aztec warrior from the Aztecs back then. That's what they like.
This is Alex Marie back at the Trayvon Martin rally. Let's go inside and talk to some people that are involved in this event.
Again, my name is Gavin Simmons. The part I play in this event is finding the location, helping with the sweaters, helping with the speakers, and just overall planning. And what to speak on, I am one of the speakers, keep an update with the case, other cases, because there's more than just the Trayvon situation. There's been over 30 people killed for being suspicious this year. With the laws such as stand your ground and the castle doctrine. Situation with a young African-American male last week, Bo Morrison was killed because of a law called castle doctrine, which is an off-brand of stand your ground. And we just need to get together. Overall, just trying to get everybody aware of these laws. I would definitely want them to leave with an awareness of the situation. Most people think that this situation is only Trayvon, but much respect to that situation in Florida, but it's a bigger concept of it. They just don't care about us. The bond for him was more than what Michael Vick did. I mean, they actually care more about dogs than they care about African Americans here. So we just need more awareness to make our voice count. That's the only way for us to show our power and our, through education, awareness, and voting. Most people don't want to vote, so we just, everywhere we're at, voting. I mean, get the law changed. This law has been in effect, and like what I said before about awareness, most people didn't know until this situation happened. It's a sad situation, but just like the Emmett Till situation that ended Jim Crow, something had to be started. It's a shame that it was with this young male, but hopefully awareness will change it to where it doesn't happen again.
It is important to do rallies like this to stand your ground. It takes more than one person to make a difference, and my whole thing is not as a black community, not coming together when things like this happen, but just coming together like this, period. So when things like this do happen, because it's not going to stop, we have a stronger force, a stronger bond, a stronger unity, and we stand more in unison than when things like this happen and we're like trying to piece together people to come, in that sense. I am a student at Fresno State University, and students there are actually a lot of Fresno State students out here tonight. They have all come together to do even more events after this. We're trying to plan something actually on campus as well too for those who cannot make it today and so forth like that. The overall message I hope for people to get is to stand their grounds, to make a difference, to remember what our fellow founders stood up for, and for us to continue, carrying on their legend. Because it does not stop here, it will not stop here, and for us to be, the next generation pulling forth and doing what it is to make things happen.
Thanks, Alex. Now, getting back into our musical vibe, at the beginning of the show, I mentioned that we would have a special guest. And on my line, I have Dave of the Sidewalk Prophets, an inspirational rock group coming here to hang out with us tonight on Set Free. Hey, Dave, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great today. It's a beautiful day, so hanging in there doing awesome.
Now, for many that may not know who you are or know about your group, the Sidewalk Prophets, tell us a little bit about the group and how it got started.
Sure. Basically, our band started about 10 years ago, and at college in Indiana, in Anderson, Indiana, and we just kind of hung a microphone from our dorm room and recorded songs, and we didn't have a band. We had my buddy Ben and I, and the rest of our band stayed in Indiana. They were either getting married or finishing up school, and so when we left, we put an ad on Craigslist, the website Craigslist, looking for a bass player and a drummer, and lo and behold, God answered our prayer there too. He worked in mysterious ways through Craigslist, and we found an awesome, good-hearted Christian bass player and a great drummer and we've been touring together ever since for 4 years now, and man, to this day, it's just been an awesome journey, and we were signed to Word Records there in Nashville, and right now we're just touring the country with the likes of Mercy Me and 10th Avenue North and other great bands that we just really enjoy. And
Dave, every group has its sound, and everybody has their own style. But when people pick up your project, what are some of the things that they can look forward to hearing from a group like the Sidewalk Prophets?
Really, our music is just songs that my buddy Ben and write all the songs, and it's songs from our heart that God has put there. You know, some of them are written for specific purposes. One of our biggest hit songs is called Words I Would Say, and I wrote it because I was living in Nashville, and I got a phone call that my granddad had passed away, and I was so shooken up that I couldn't drive home. I was afraid I'd get in a car accident, and instead I sat down and I wrote my granddad a letter, and I realized, man, that letter was more of a prayer that calmed my spirit. God gave me the strength to actually, once I finished the letter, I drove home and I was able to read that letter to him before he passed, and you know, that song in particular has had an awesome impact on people's lives. That, you know, I wrote it for my grandpa, but there are people that have heard it and thought of loved ones that they have sent off. I had a mother say, man, I sent my son to war and I put that in his bag before he left. And another say, you know, I dropped my daughter off at college, and this song, you know, I wrote it on her dorm room wall.
Now, Dave, drilling down into some of your new material, talk to us about your latest project entitled Live Like That.
Live Like That is, we're so excited about it. It's our second album, so it's kind of us growing up a little bit, I suppose, but we actually had it, last album, we had 2 weeks to do the entire album. And this album we had a month and a half, so it was fantastic. We actually went to like a log cabin studio out in the woods of Tennessee and recorded songs together as a band, and it was the first time we could really do that fully as a band. And so I think that the songs we wrote and the music that came out, it was more of our heart, just purely our hearts, and hopefully it's what Sidewalk Prophets, sounds like. And we're excited about all the songs on it. There's those songs that get down to the core, and there's also some songs that really kind of shake it up. It's a little more a rockin' album, I suppose. And teachers and family that have poured, passion and truth and love into my life.
That was Dave of the Sidewalk Prophets, right here on Set Free 13. Now, if you'd like more information on the Sidewalk Prophets, we've got their website listed on the screen. And I'm going to send you over for a little bit of inspiration, or should I say, motivation, with our motivational moment.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Set Free 13, where inspiration lives. I am Roshell. Now, the Gathering of the Artists is getting ready to close up shop, but just before we do, I have a few more people I'd like to talk to who want to showcase their beautiful work. Take a look at this.
My name is Lily Minton, and I go by Lily del Valle because that's the name that I have for my creations. And my inspiration comes from my culture. I'm Mexican, Latina, and a lot of the artwork that I have was inspired from like my family, like my grandmother. She would do a lot of knitting and sewing, and I learned a lot from her at age like 7 or 8. And I just love vibrant colors, so a lot of the artwork that you see has a lot of color in it because I just really love the colors. And I do a lot of things. I do recycled artwork as well, like the piñatas. I sell a lot of those. They're real popular. And just a lot of recycled art out of paper mache. Definitely my Mexican culture heritage. I'm really proud of it, and I love to show it in my art pieces. A lot of them are inspired by my Mexican culture. This one right here is my little cherub, Mexican cherub angel, and he has a little sacred heart, and the sacred heart means a lot to the Hispanic Latinos. It just means like the heart of God. And it's just a little cherub, and it's just decorated with a lot of color, like I said. And he's just like, praying or just meditating. So I do a lot of different things. This is the Sacred Heart as well. And it has this is all made out of clay, and it's all hand coiled. And also, some of them is a little kind of off. It's like Day of the Dead. Dia de los Muertos is when you honor your loved ones. And these are all inspired by that. Like pieces like this. I'm really a big fan of Frida Kahlo, who's also a Mexican artist. So I do a lot of the images with her in mind. And like these right here, these are like the sun and the moon. In a lot of the Mayan culture, they have sun and moon in a lot of their, the pyramids and things like that. So to me, that it means a lot too to have like little items like that. And then I just get them little jewels and make them nice. All this is also handmade with clay. And then this is another one that's also Frida, the one that I was telling you about. This is her, a picture of her, and I just embellished that little chair. And so this is her after she died. She was a great artist that inspires a lot of us Mexican artists as well.
My name is Fernando Perez. I'm from Modesto, California. This behind me is my artwork. It's mostly acrylic on canvas, paper, and wood. It's all original. I have prints, t-shirts, candles available. I was born and raised in Fremont, California. Oh, my inspiration is when I first started as a young age, women. I did a lot of women art, pin-up. Vargas was my inspiration growing up. But as I got older, I got more into my culture. I have Native American heritage in my background, along with Mexican. Most of my family's from Mexico and Arizona. I get a lot of people that say it's unique. When they see my work, they know it's mine. I have a pretty small following in the Bay Area where I grew up. I've done shows in LA, Las Vegas. I have work in Germany, Japan, and Israel.
This is Roshell with Set Free 13, where inspiration lives. We're closing out right here at the Gathering of the Artists. We'd like to thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.
This is Alex Marie at the Trayvon Martin rally. We're almost at the end, but there's more people to talk to like this.
Hello, I'm Erica Washington. I'm a graduate of Fresno State, currently at Boston University studying social work. And tonight we are out here to support the Trayvon Martin family as they seek justice for the senseless killing of their son by George Zimmerman. And we have a rally plan, and there's going to be a candlelight visual, spoken word, there's a tribute song, and we have a couple of dynamic speakers that will be here with us. Well, being from Los Angeles, I was down there actually when they did their Million Hoodie. And coming back here, I was just like, Fresno, we need to do something too. Like, there was a lot of stuff going on in the community and around the nation around this case. And coming back to Fresno was like, what's going on here in Fresno? Do people even know about it and stuff? And there's also like police brutality and senseless killings going on in the community here too. So it's like we need to bring awareness to Fresno, to stop the violence here in Fresno as well. So just put the word out there to a couple of friends, and a couple of friends put the word out, and we got a room at Fresno State in the library and just started to planning. So that's pretty much it. Just, had a spark, wanted, to do something. And also, we don't want this to just be, we just out here, protesting around this one case or whatever. We want this to be something that just continues to to keep going and stuff and unite, the people, and to just keep, doing stuff like this in the community, educating everybody, making them aware of different issues, and also planning, like, what can we do? Like, what's next? What's after this? So after they walk away from this event today, I'm hoping that they have met some more people in Fresno that are also interested in bettering the community. So networking. We have voter registration, a voter registration drive going on. So, if there's a problem or whatever, you want to change something, as of now, we gotta, we voice our opinion through voting. So we're trying to get people registered to vote. But from this event, we just, want people to take away that and just take away, the awareness, the education and stuff. And also just remember, Trayvon Martin could have been any of us, any of our family members or whatever. So
these things happen all over the world. This just happens to be one incident that the family actually took initiative and stepped up for their deceased child. Basically, we just wanted everybody to kind of see and visualize the things that we were seeing as far as, for the information that we got. That's how we based our video on, and that's how we based our song on. Like, in my lyrics, I'm actually playing Trayvon. Like, if I was the one going to the store and getting the Skittles and the tea, all we could do is go off of broken information, but that's how we came up with the song.
Yeah, I think it really inspired me because it really hit close to home. I mean, I looked at Trayvon as if it was me or even one of my little brothers, and it really hit me at the heart, just the whole situation, the way it happened, what went down, and what is still going down is touching my heart, and just through the lyrics of the song, the chorus, the hook that I wrote, it pretty much says it all. And I was able to relate, just like Insane was able to relate to his lyrics. We were really able to relate and came up with that song. It really only took one day because we were so touched about the situation. So we got in the studio and really made it happen. So, I mean, I really want people to look at the whole situation. If there was any hatred or just for whatever reason this happened, the situation, and really do want justice for Trayvon, because I think that just the whole situation needs to come to an end already. I mean, it's been going on for a while, Zimmerman getting out of jail, going to jail, all this other stuff. So we really do want justice for Trayvon.
With me, I would like to see everybody get, the right idea of the situation. We just want the right thing. It's not a black or a white thing. He could have, the situation could have been vice versa. And it could have been a black guy that killed a little white kid that was innocent. We just want the right thing out of this. Him getting out of jail, I haven't seen that in my 38 years of life. No one getting a bail for a murder. Murders in California is no bail. We're in California, they're in Florida, so it's a different thing. But like I said, we just want to see the right thing done. It's not about color, it's not about race, it's just about justice.
This is Alex Marie from Set Free 13 at the Trayvon Martin rally, signing out, and see you next time.
Well, we've come to a close on our show, and I do want to thank you once again for taking time out of your day to hang out with us here on Set Free 13. Now, I also want to send a special shout out to Dave of the Sidewalk Prophets for stopping by, giving us a call, and taking time out with us to let us know what's going on with him and the Sidewalk Prophets. Also, I'd like to thank all of the students and those who took part in the Trayvon Martin rally in Southwest Fresno, bringing the community together. And then, of course, giving a little artistic feel, all of the artists that took part in the Gathering of the Arts in Central Fresno. I want to thank you for showcasing your stuff here on Set Free 13. Now, as a reminder, we'll be back the third weekend of this month, bringing you more inspirational events, music, films, and so much more. So make sure you tell a friend about Set Free 13, because we are here to inspire. Now, with that said, I'd like to say good night, and as always, stay strong, keep the faith, and be encouraged. This has been Set Free 13, where inspiration lives.